A mother in Denver is speaking publicly for the first time since her 13-year-old son was hit and killed riding a rented VEO scooter. In an interview you will see only here on 9 News, Tiffany Winston shares the unimaginable loss of her son and why she is reliving the hardest days of her life to try to save someone else's child. Here's 9 News anchor Alexandra Lewis.
There are some questions no parent should ever have to answer.
What will you miss most about your baby?
Everything. His smile, his voice, that one got me.
Tiffany Winston goes quiet, then describes all those little things grief steals.
Everything we take for granted. His walk, his smell. You know, boys, a little musty smell, you know, his smile. You know, boys, they slap box you when you walk by, they punch you, and you know, they do boy stuff. You know, I'm gonna miss that, I'm gonna miss the arguments. You know, him and his siblings arguing, his cooking, everything. Everything I got robbed of, you know? Everything. It's nothing I won't miss. It's my baby.
For 13 years, Daquan Harris wasn't just Tiffany's oldest son. He was the protector, the big brother, the kid who always made sure everyone else was okay.
I would drop my sons off. I'm like, okay, baby, have a good day. I love you. And he was like, all right, Mom, I love you too. Drive safe. He always told me to drive safe.
Those were the last words Daquan said to his mom. On May 7th, the 8th grader scanned a code, stepped onto a rented VEO scooter, and rode toward football practice. At Colfax and Knox, a car struck him.
He looked like a child I didn't even know.
Daquan spent 34 days in the ICU with a traumatic brain injury.
They had to remove the partial of his skull because his brain was swelling.
Tiffany sat beside her son's hospital bed, hoping for a miracle that wouldn't come.
It's torture because as a parent, as a mother, your goal is to protect your children by all means, you know. But when you can't do anything, and when the doctors tell you, like, we've done all we can do.
Daquan died on June 10th. Tiffany isn't searching for someone to blame. She's asking how a child could so easily rent something so dangerous.
A child does not know street laws. So for this to be so accessible for children is unfair. All you do is scan the code and you can get on. It's too easy and too available for our children.
Tiffany can't change what happened on Colfax, so she's standing on the corner of it, telling every parent who passes.
And if you can prevent it, prevent it. Because I thought I prevented it by telling my children to watch their surroundings and be careful, and I still didn't.
Daquan will never start high school, never argue with his siblings over nothing, never remind his mom to drive safe.
It was, give me a second, guys.
Tiffany knows nothing will bring her baby back. What she hopes is that another mother never has to learn what life sounds like after it's too quiet.
Who can help me when I'm at home and it's time for bed and it's time to lay down and the world is quiet? Who helps me then?
An unimaginable loss. That was Alexandra Lewis reporting. We reached out to VEO for a statement. They wrote, quote, "We are deeply saddened by this tragic incident and extend our heartfelt condolences to the individual's families, friends, and loved ones during this incredibly difficult time. Safety is our highest priority. We are gathering information, reviewing the circumstances surrounding the incident, and cooperating with law enforcement as they conduct their investigation. Out of respect for the family and the ongoing investigation, we are unable to comment further at this time." A flag football fundraiser honoring Daquan Harris will be held Sunday from 3 to 7 p.m. at West High School. You can find more information about it at 9news.com.